What if my character wants more than one thing? How do I sell that? My name is Gina. I'm an author, editor, publishing professional. I help you make your writing better. If your character truly wants more than one thing, you might have a genre bender on your hand, or it might be that you are pulling your punches and you're not willing to make the hard decision. If we say that your character wants to fall in love and she wants to save the world, which one will she choose if she must? If she absolutely has to, you're gonna be like, well, but she doesn't have to. I'm gonna let her choose. That's great. That's not what I asked. I didn't say which one does she get. Which one does she choose if she's being forced to choose between the two? That's going to determine your genre. If she's going to save the world and be willing to give up her love, then you probably have a fantasy with a romantic subplot. If she's willing to let the entire world burn as long as she's being held in his arms while it happens, then you have a romance with a fantasy aesthetic slapped on top of it. Now, if she really does want both things equally, then you have a genre bender. You have a romance fantasy in the example that I am giving here, which means that you need to understand the structural rules of a romance and you need to understand the aesthetic expectations of a fantasy, and you need to know how to balance those against each other, which is harder than just writing one story with one set of stakes and goals in it. Harder does not mean impossible, and it does not mean that you shouldn't do it. It just means that you're going to have to do more homework. You're going to have to do more reading. You're going to have to balance your plot more carefully. You are going to have to follow the rules and the expectations of both genres, not just one. So then how do you put that in the query letter? First of all, you list both genres that you are selling, and then you demonstrate very carefully that both of these sets of stakes are equal and that they both are going to be resolved within the story. Does that sound hard to do in 400 words? It is. Has anybody told you recently that writing is hard?